Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. So guys, looking at this current Bitcoin price action, you can see Bitcoin is gaining momentum because you can see here the price is now clearly heading towards upside direction. If you look at this here, this was also a similar scenario. Falling wedge broke to the upside, but price after reaching this exact level here failed to hold its ground. And what happened, you can see here, boom, we had this big price correction. And why? Because this line here was a resistance line and price failed to break above it, and then we saw a correction. But now if you look at the scenario, this is pointing out that hey, this falling wedge has already been broken to the upside. Price also failed to break this resistance line. Now if you can see here, we are trying one more time. What does this mean, guys? This is actually showing me right now that hey, if the price of Bitcoin closed above this 10,600 level, this will indicate the price is going to continue towards our target level of 11,000 area, right? So this here right now looks very interesting for Bitcoin. And I also told you on my previous video, let me switch the chart first. So now if we look at this price action of Bitcoin, you can see we talked about this scenario. This here in hourly time frame is a Wyckoff's accumulation phase. So according to this Wyckoff accumulation phase, the trend is slowly going to continue to the upside. But right now where we are, guys, you can see here, I showed you in this phase D area what usually price does, right? And if you look at this scenario right now, the price then came above this resistance line, no problem, because the time of doing this graph, the price was around this 10,200 level, and now you can see the price has clearly reached this 10,600 level. And I also told you guys, price breaking this 10,400 level will give us an indication the trend could turn bullish. And now you can also see the trend is slowly heading to the upside, right? So what we are expecting here, this phase E area is still there, but here you can see what we are expecting around this particular level in phase D area, guys. We want price to stay above this 10,600 level. This here you can see this is exactly around this 10,600 level. That's why I was showing you in the previous example why it's important for daily candle to close above this 10,600 level, because if that happened, then this resistance line, you can see here price is getting rejection, right? You can see everything is panning out just like what we were expecting. So now if the price is going to close above this, we are going to expect this kind of consolidation phase and a breakout to the upside, guys. If this is going to continue further, distribution phase from Wyckoff would be invalid, indicating the trend is going to continue, and this accumulation phase will be panning out one-to-one. So guys, this here is a very interesting scenario for Bitcoin right now. And also I told you with different, and I showed you with different example why the 10,000 price level is so important for Bitcoin, and also the support around that level was so strong. Let me switch the chart and show you guys. So this here is Bitcoin USD chart in a daily time frame. I showed you why there was a very strong support around this price level of 10,000 with this example, right? This here was an ascending channel. So this ascending channel did give us a confirmation that every time when the price was at the upper line of this channel, it acted as a very strong resistance, right? And to the downside, this acted as a support. And I said you, hey, even at the center line, this center line did actually played a very important role, because here it acted as a resistance, here acted as a support, and you can see everything was panning out and showing that hey, this ascending channel is being respected. So the price has potential to hold its ground around this 10,000 level, and now you can also see this is playing out really well. We also said hey, we have another reason why the price could hold around this price level. We drew this descending broadening wedge, and according to this descending broadening wedge scenario, we also talked about price possible movement. We said hey, if this is going to be a descending broadening wedge, then this here was the lower line area, and then now the price should follow in this manner. And now you can see, guys, the price is slowly following this movement, isn't it? So we got two support area. I also showed you with this here, this previous key level resistance line is now a support line for Bitcoin, because you can see here this to the upside did acted as a very strong resistance line, and here now the same previous resistance line is a support level for Bitcoin. So we got a three confirmation that hey, this area of 10,000 is being respected and it's going to hold the price, right? And also I showed you with this example how the price of Bitcoin might be moving. This here is higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, right? In this structure, the price of Bitcoin might be moving towards the upward direction. And I also want to show you, if I include this triangle around this particular level, just to show you guys how the price of Bitcoin might be heading and making this kind of price movement, right? To the upside, you can see here, before I show you this, you can also see to the upside, this area here is also acting as a resistance, right? Just like this resistance line from the previous example. So you can see price after reaching that level did found a strong resistance. And now we can also see maybe if this is going to continue like this here, guys, right? This is also pointing out that this rectangle here, if I include the rectangle again, just like here, this is also showing me that, hey, maybe our price is heading in this direction, just like what we are expecting, guys. That's also a reason why I was talking about, hey, this is a possible scenario what we are making right now. And also one very, very important support level for Bitcoin, another support level, guys, that is a 20 weekly moving average. If you look at this 20 weekly moving average, guys, and look at the price action of Bitcoin before, in 2017, before the bull market started, you can see this here acted as a very, very strong support, and the trend also continued to the upside every time when we came to retest this 20 weekly moving average. And when the price was below this area, you can see what happened with the price, right? It started heading towards the downward direction, and when we broke this level, we had a really nice breakout scenario. And look at this, price below this 20 weekly moving average did got a very, very strong rejection and also found a support. And right now where we are also getting another support confirmation that, hey, this 10,000 price level is being respected and it's going to hold the price. That's why when everyone was talking bearish scenario, I was telling you guys time and again, this is not bearish unless the price actually breaks this 10,000 level. And to break this 10,000 level, it has to break so many support level. So that's why, guys, that's why. And also if you look to the downside and look at this indicator, this MACD indicator is about to make a bullish crossover, because when we had this bullish crossover here in March, you can see what happened with the price action, right? We had a really nice run to the upside. And also here, you can see when we had this bullish crossover, we had a really nice pump to the upside. So right now, this MACD line is showing us, hey, there is possibility of a bullish crossover. So that will indicate maybe the price of Bitcoin is also going to close above the 10,600 level today. So right, so let's see how this is going to pan out. And also looking at this RSI line, the RSI line is not exactly at this oversold area, but still it came almost reaching the oversold area, and now it's also consolidating. It's not showing a possible bullish movement, but still you can see it's also not a bearish scenario looking at this RSI. And also if you look at this awesome oscillator to the downside, when we had this divergence here, you can notice that, right? So this awesome oscillator was pointing to the downside, but the price was clearly heading to the upside. So we had a really strong bearish divergence. And after that, you can see what happened with the price action. Boom, we saw really big price correction, right? So now if you look at this awesome oscillator, this is also pointing out that, hey, the trend might be actually continue to the upside, because you can see this is pointing out to be a really, really nice scenario for Bitcoin. So guys, before I actually conclude this video, I also want to show you a very, very interesting scenario regarding Bitcoin price action in a weekly time frame. So let's switch the time frame into weekly time frame. We don't need any indicator now, okay? So we are going to look at the price action like this here. So now if we look at the price action of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame, guys, and take this Fibonacci retracement level. So what I'm actually trying to show you right now is a very, very interesting scenario, because if you look at this here, the swing high from 2013 and swing low here from 2015, guys, and pull a Fibonacci retracement line around it, you will notice that this golden pocket area, the golden pocket is the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, because you can see here, if you look at this trend line here, price after reaching this golden pocket level got a strong rejection, and when it actually broke above it, guys, you can notice this, what kind of bullish candle it actually made. This is a weekly candle, so you can see a massive pump and again a price correction, but you can see this golden pocket now is not a resistance anymore, it is a support. It held the price, and after that you can see what happened with the price action of Bitcoin, right? You can see here, this was a beginning of a very, very bullish run here from 2017, where the price almost reached this 20,000 price level. So now we can do this similar scenario also here. Take this Fibonacci from swing high level to 2018 swing low level, right? So if you look at this scenario, guys, you will also notice that here, exactly looking at this golden pocket, this Fibonacci golden pocket level, you will notice if you draw a trend line here, look at this. Price came exactly at this 0.618 but failed to close above it. You can see when it fails to close above it, that definitely indicates a bearish scenario. And after that, you can see what happened with the price action of Bitcoin, right? So now what we are going to do, we are actually going to look this in a similar way. This from 2019, this peak here, the swing high, and actually take this here from 2020, the swing low level, right? This is a very, very interesting scenario now, guys, because now you have to listen carefully, because you can see here, this golden pocket here, again, did play a very, very important role. You can see a price after reaching this area did found a strong rejection, and you can see finding rejection around this 0.618 level usually indicates a very, very bearish scenario for Bitcoin, because you can see here after that we had a really nice price correction, right? And this here was also a black swan event. But you look at this one, when price tried plenty of time to break above this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level in a weekly candle, just like here, just like this example I showed you here, right? This example here, price also tried to break above it, but to break above it, we got a really, really bullish weekly candle. We broke to the upside, we came back to find support at this resistance line, this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level line, and then we had a really nice pump to the upside, right? And now similar scenario, if you look at this scenario here from 2020, guys, you can notice we had a similar price pump here. You can see here similar price pump in a weekly time frame, and then again a price correction, and price coming exactly at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And now you can also see the price is finding support. So now you can see this resistance line, this 0.618 golden pocket Fibonacci retracement level was a resistance line, and now this is also a support line. So how many support do we have around this 10,000 level? Now you can see that very, very clearly, right? So now you can also see what could this possibly be. Is it a bearish sign for you guys? I don't think so, because this here is just the beginning of something huge, guys. That's why. So guys, this is all what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell if you're watching this video for the first time. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anu. Bye bye, guys.